Hello, friends. Welcome to Daily English Practice with Perfect English Podcast. I am Ms. Layla, a place where we focus on learning and practicing simple English conversations for everyday life. And I am excited that you have joined me today. This podcast is designed especially for English learners who want to improve their speaking, listening, and confidence in using English every day. Whether you are a beginner or have some experience, don't worry. This episode is for everyone. Together, we will take small, clear steps toward better English, practicing words, phrases, and sentences that you can use right away. In this episode, we will focus on conversations that happen in daily life. This could be greetings, short exchanges with friends or colleagues, or simple situations like ordering coffee, asking for directions, or talking about your day. We will read sentences slowly, repeat them, and practice short dialogues. I will also highlight important phrases, explain their meanings, and give you examples of how to use them naturally. By the end of this episode, you will feel more confident speaking English, even if it's just a few sentences at a time. While we practice together, it is important to speak slowly, clearly, and confidently. I will leave pauses so that you can repeat after me. Remember, it is okay to make mistakes. Every word you speak helps you improve. Smile while you practice because it will help your voice sound friendly and natural. You can repeat the sentences multiple times if you need, and it is even better if you try to imagine real-life situations as you speak. So let's begin our journey step by step. Today you will practice simple, useful conversations that you can use immediately. By listening, repeating, and speaking with me, you are taking an important step toward improving your English. Together, we will make learning English enjoyable, practical, and effective. Are you ready? Let's start this episode and have some fun learning English today. Now, let's begin our warm-up practice, which is an important first step to get your speaking muscles ready and your mind focused on English. Warm-up sentences are short, simple, and easy to repeat, but they are very effective because they build your confidence and help you get used to speaking English every day. In this part of the episode, I will say a sentence slowly, and then I will pause so you can repeat it after me. Try to speak clearly, even if it is just one word or one sentence at a time. Don't worry about mistakes. Every repetition helps you improve. Let's start with greetings, which we use every day. Repeat after me. Good morning. Pause. Great. Let's say it one more time. Good morning. Pause. Greetings are simple but very important because they show politeness and help you start a conversation naturally. Next, we can ask someone how they are. Repeat. How are you today? Pause. Again. How are you today? Pause. This is a very common question, and it helps you connect with people in everyday situations. Now, let's practice a polite response. Repeat after me. I am fine, thank you. Pause. One more time. I am fine, thank you. Pause. This sentence is useful because you can use it not only with friends but also in schools, offices, or shops when someone asks about your well-being. Next, we can practice asking someone's name. Repeat. What is your name? Pause. Again. What is your name? Pause. This sentence is very practical for meeting new people and starting a friendly conversation. As we practice these warm-up sentences, remember to focus on pronunciation, tone, and clarity. Speak slowly and listen carefully to how I say each word. Try to imagine yourself in a real-life situation, such as greeting a neighbor, a classmate, or a co-worker. You can repeat each sentence 2 or 3 times until it feels natural. The more you practice these short sentences, the easier it will become to move on to longer conversations later in this episode. Warm-up practice is simple but powerful. By repeating these sentences, you are preparing your mind and your mouth for English. You're training yourself to speak confidently, naturally, and politely. Keep a relaxed and happy mindset while practicing, and remember, every time you repeat, you are improving. Now that we are warmed up, we are ready to move on to short daily conversations, where we will practice using these sentences in real-life situations. Now that we are warmed up, let's move on to our daily conversation practice. This is the main part of today's episode, where we will practice a short, natural conversation that you might hear or use in everyday life. Daily conversations are very important because they help you connect with people, make friends, and handle simple situations with confidence. In this practice, we will read the conversation slowly, repeat it line by line, and I will guide you to speak along with me. Remember, the goal is not just to listen, but to actively speak, repeat, and imagine yourself in a real-life situation. Let's practice a common situation, ordering at a coffee shop. Imagine you are walking into a small cafe and you want to order a drink. I will read the conversation slowly, and then we will repeat each line together. Here is the conversation. Speaker 1. Hello, can I have a coffee? Repeat after me. Hello, can I have a coffee, please? Great. You just practiced politely asking for something. Speaker 2. Of course. What kind of coffee would you like? Repeat. Of course. What kind of coffee would you like? Notice how the cashier speaks politely and naturally. You can use of course in many situations when saying yes politely. Speaker 1. A small cappuccino, please. Repeat. A small cappuccino, please. This sentence shows how to order clearly. You can change the drink or size to fit your needs. As you practice, pay attention to intonation, speed, and clarity. Try to imagine the coffee shop around you and picture yourself speaking confidently. Repeat the lines multiple times if necessary. Shadowing, which means speaking along with me as I read, is very helpful. You can also change the details. Try ordering tea, juice, or a sandwich. Daily conversation practice helps you connect sentences naturally and feel more confident speaking English in real situations. By practicing conversations like this every day, you will gradually learn how to respond, ask questions, and speak politely without hesitation. Remember, speaking is a skill, and the more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Don't rush. Take your time, repeat the sentences, and enjoy learning English as a part of your daily life. Now that we have practiced a short conversation, it is time to focus on key phrases and vocabulary from that conversation. This part is very important because these phrases are the building blocks of daily English. By learning them carefully and repeating them, you will be able to use them in many different situations, not just at a coffee shop. Today we will look at 3 important phrases. Can I have, of course, and enjoy your. Let's start with can I have. This is a very useful phrase when you want to ask politely for something. You can use it to order food or drinks, request an item in a store, or even ask for help. For example, in our conversation, we said, "Can I have a coffee, please?" You can also say, "Can I have a sandwich, please?" or "Can I have a pen, please?" This phrase is polite and friendly, and it shows respect to the person you are speaking to. Repeat after me slowly. Can I have... Now try it in a full sentence. Can I have a coffee, please? The second phrase is, of course. This is a polite way to say yes or to agree with someone. It is short, natural, and can be used in many situations. For example, if someone asks you for help, you can reply, of course. Or if someone asks, can I sit here? You can say, of course. In our coffee shop conversation, the cashier said, of course. What kind of coffee would you like? This shows friendliness and politeness. Repeat after me slowly, of course. And now in a full sentence, of course. I will help you. The third phrase is, enjoy your... This is a friendly way to show kindness or politeness at the end of a conversation. For example, enjoy your coffee or enjoy your meal. It is very common in shops, restaurants, or any situation where you want someone to have a pleasant experience. Repeat after me. Enjoy your... Now try it in a full sentence. Enjoy your coffee. When practicing these key phrases, remember to say them slowly and clearly. Imagine using them in real situations and repeat them multiple times until they feel natural. You can change the details, like the type of food, drink, or activity. By practicing these phrases regularly, you will be able to speak English politely and confidently in many daily conversations. These phrases may seem simple, but they are very powerful tools to help you communicate naturally and make a good impression on others. Now that we have practiced greetings, short sentences, and a full conversation, it's time for our mini challenge and role play. This part of the episode is very important because it encourages active practice, which is the key to improving your English. Listening is helpful, but speaking out loud is how your brain and mouth truly learn a language. In this activity, I will guide you step by step, and you will have the opportunity to speak, imagine, and respond just as you would in a real-life situation. Don't worry about mistakes. Making mistakes is a natural and essential part of learning. The more you speak, the faster you will improve. Let's begin with a familiar scenario. You are at a coffee shop just like in our earlier conversation. Imagine the cafe around you, the sounds, the people, and the counter where you order. Now it's your turn to be the customer. Say out loud, "Hello? Can I have a tea, please?" Excellent. Notice how you start the conversation politely, just like we practiced before. Repeating these sentences out loud will help your pronunciation and make speaking feel more natural. Next, imagine the cashier responds, "What kind of tea would you like?" Now you reply using a full sentence. "I would like a small green tea, please." Again, speak slowly and clearly. Try to picture the interaction in your mind. By imagining the situation, your brain will connect the words with real-life actions, making it easier to remember and use them later. You can repeat this exchange several times, changing the type of drink or the size to practice different possibilities. Now let's continue the role play. Imagine the cashier says, "Sure. That will be $2.50. You respond politely, "Here you go." "Thank you." And the cashier finishes with, "You're welcome. Enjoy your tea." This completes a full conversation, and practicing it actively helps you build confidence. You can also switch roles, pretending to be the cashier, which allows you to practice both asking questions and giving responses naturally. Remember, the key to this mini challenge is active speaking. Speak out loud, repeat sentences multiple times, and don't worry about making mistakes. Practicing daily, even for a few minutes, is more effective than occasional long sessions. Roleplay helps you turn listening into real speaking skills and prepares you for everyday situations, whether at a coffee shop, a store, or talking with friends. The more you imagine and speak, the faster you will grow confident in using English naturally. Congratulations! You've completed today's episode of Daily English Practice, and you should feel proud of yourself for taking the time to improve your English. Today, we practiced a full range of useful skills that are essential for everyday conversation. We began by warming up with simple greetings and short sentences, which help prepare your mind and mouth for speaking English clearly and confidently. These warm-up exercises may seem small, but they are powerful because they set the foundation for more complex conversations. Each time you say, "Good morning," or "How are you today?" out loud, you are training your brain to think in English and your mouth to form the sounds naturally. Then we moved on to a short, natural conversation at a coffee shop. Practicing real-life dialogues like this is one of the best ways to prepare for actual situations. You learned how to greet someone politely, ask for something, respond appropriately, and finish the interaction with friendliness. By repeating each line, imagining the situation, and speaking along with me, you practice not only the words themselves, but also the rhythm, tone, and flow of English conversation. These steps help your English sound more natural and help you feel confident speaking in real situations. Remember, confidence comes from repetition and practice, so do not worry if it felt challenging at first. Every time you repeat these conversations, you strengthen your skills. We also focused on key phrases and vocabulary. Phrases like, "Can I have?" "Of course," and "enjoy your" may seem simple, but they are very powerful in daily life. Using them correctly makes your speech polite, natural, and easy to understand. I encouraged you to practice these phrases in different sentences and imagine using them in other contexts, like ordering food, asking for help, or talking with friends. Repeating them slowly and then in a full sentence is a great way to make them a permanent part of your speaking skills. Next, in our mini challenge and role play, you actively spoke English by imagining yourself at a coffee shop. You asked for a drink, responded to questions, and practiced completing the conversation politely. Role plays like this are very effective because they help you apply the phrases you learned in a realistic situation. You practice thinking in English, responding naturally, and speaking confidently, all of which are crucial steps in becoming fluent. Remember, it is okay to make mistakes. The most important thing is to speak every day, even for just a few minutes. Daily practice builds habits, and habits build fluency over time. As we wrap up, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what you learned today. You practiced greetings, asked polite questions, responded naturally, learned important phrases, and completed a short role play. These are all skills you can use tomorrow and every day. The more you speak, the more comfortable you will become. English is a skill, and like any skill, improvement comes with consistent practice. Even if you only have a few minutes, speaking out loud, repeating sentences, and imagining real situations will help you grow. Thank you for spending this time practicing with me today. You are making real progress, and every effort counts. Come back tomorrow for another conversation where we will learn new phrases, practice more situations, and continue building your confidence in English. Remember to smile, speak slowly, and enjoy the process of learning. You are doing amazing. Keep practicing your words, sentences, and conversations every day, and you will see yourself improving step by step. Until next time, keep speaking, keep repeating, and keep believing in your English. See you in the next episode.